Join us, won't you, for a podcast involving an ever-rotating cast of cinema lovers and haters who discuss both films great and from the deepest recesses of your dark and twisted mind. Spoilers ahead. Welcome to another episode of Cinematic Anarchy.
His
Welcome
mom's name
to
is
another
Marcel.
episode of Cinematic Anarchy. That's my fault for starting everything a little bit early. I'm welcoming everybody, and you're still working through everything you're looking at. So
his
I'm not
biography's
going
wild.
back. It goes with the sort of guerrilla version of our recordings.
It is anarchy. That is the point.
It is anarchy. It is chaos. So welcome to Cinematic Anarchy, where today we're going to be discussing a film brought to us by Samantha here, who's joining us for the podcast today. Hello, Samantha.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Of course. And feel free to just kind of let the folks that listen to and watch our podcast kind of let them know your background a little bit.
Well, I'm an actress and a writer. Mainly an actor, though. I recently did a horror short film, The Locked Room, which is supposed to come out this month. I portray Sydney in it. So that's the one that I'm waiting to come out and just come out already. I'm excited.
Cool. Right there. They're dragging their heels just a little bit.
I don't know, because I just do my job and leave. I don't know the logistics of editing or any of that stuff. So I don't know if you're allowed to swear on this. Can I say?
Yeah.
You can. Feel free.
Yeah.
It's required.
We're marked explicit, so feel free.
I just basically do my shit and go home, so to speak. I don't know. I'm just here to act and leave. So I don't know.
Okay. That's perfectly fine. That's kind of how I approach this podcast sometimes, and in my daily life. I just kind of do my shit, then go home. And today, Sarah has brought to my attention a movie that I actually haven't seen in a very long time. And I think I remembered through different glasses. I'm wondering if there's an unedited version of this somewhere. 1979 Tourist Trap. This is an old Charles Band Full Moon Entertainment film. So back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, you had two really prominent companies putting out a lot of the, I want to say, higher-end, straight-to-video movies. Full Moon Entertainment and Troma Entertainment, kind of battling back and forth to put high-end stuff out. And then at some point, they were just like, you know what? We're just going to put out any fucking thing we want to. And then both companies just go ahead and try to watch stuff they're making right now. It is ludicrously bad.
I'm good.
Yeah.
This is good.
Is it as bad as Garbage Pail Kids?
No, nothing is.
Oh, no, you're wrong.
No,
you're
not
so
wrong.
wrong about that.
No.
Sit down and try to watch a movie called Killer Nerd.
No, I'm
Try.
good. No.
Try.
No, not if you
Just
said it's
try.
worse
I'll take your word
I'm
for
still
it.
haunted by Garbage Pail Kids.
I have not.
Can't watch
I have
anything
not
worse.
seen that, but I've heard stories
It's
about
fine.
it.
No, you don't need that trauma in your
No?
life. Tiny little people in weird nightmare masks that are half-finished animatronics that are all
okay.
this movie also kind of, but also Garbage Pail Kids. And for some reason, a probably 19-year-old woman is leading on this 13-year-old boy. It's a very strange movie, and
Many bad themes.
yeah,
It's a strange movie that was supposed to be technically a kid's film.
yes,
That's bizarre,
It
but
was-
that's
yeah.
Yeah.
There's an animatronic
Speaking
alligator
of-
child that eats eyeballs. Oh, sorry.
Speaking of scary movies that could be children's films, This one's PG.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was a choice, I suppose. This is 1979, so there was a lot of things that were PG that technically
The
should have
ratings
fallen
board
into
hadn't
the
quite figured
PG-13
things out
era. You were still allowed to do a certain amount of nudity, cussing, and a little bit of blood without falling into rated R. So you had like a little corridor of things that you were able to do that you could get away with in PG before it fell into the R territory. And, now we look at it and they're like, well, that shouldn't have been PG at all. Kids shouldn't have gone to see that film.
No. Can you imagine sitting down with your kids and being like, oh, okay, a man was murdered 10 minutes into this movie with a pipe with blood pouring out of the end of it after weird mannequins laughed at him for what felt like 45 minutes.
So that was probably one of the things about the movie that got me, though, a little bit. Some of the death scenes were so drawn out, it was kind of painful.
Yes. Yeah. By the end of it, I just wanted them all to die so the movie would be over.
I mean, that's a way to see it. That's fair. That's fair. I think the one that sticks out the most for me was the plaster, where he's putting the plaster on her face. That it's one of those scenes where you could feel it going through you, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like
that was pretty intense. Yeah. Especially because he's narrating it at the same time. It's like, you're not going to die from suffocation. You're going to die of fright. Your heart's going to explode before you even have time to suffocate.
Right.
Which I'm not sure of the medical accuracy of that.
It's fine. I wish I had not read the trivia that was pizza dough before I watched it. Because I was like, oh, that's clearly just pizza dough because it's so sticky. And I was like, oh no, I should not have read that because it's taking me out of this moment. Because I'm like,
because I think plaster would have spread a little easier than that.
It just pours.
It clumped.
Yeah.
Plaster isn't gooey.
It's not malleable like that. So I was just like, I wish I hadn't read the trivia. Like I could have just been in this moment. But
I was thinking about marshmallows, like just like melted down marshmallows a little bit, but you're not gonna have s'mores while you're plastering somebody's face.
Right.
Just somebody put fluffernutter all over her face, you know.
Oh, I know. I mean, there's not really you just like the cornstarch thickened water maybe, but then you're still pouring it over the poor girl's face. So like, I don't know what else they could have done.
But then he didn't even cover her whole face.
Oh, just cut away. I don't know.
Try not to drool or sneeze. We're making sandwiches with this later. Just stay still, you know?
Saving some money on budget for practical effects. Plus,
half of the
plus the snack table later.
You know, half what do they call it? I say craft. Mind you, can you tell that I'm not part of the film industry at all? The basic setup, the food setup they call
craft services table.
Craft services.
Yeah.
Right. I was like saying half of the craft services is on her face. So
yes, the pizza for later. Scrape it off. Add a little more flour.
It's the sacrifice of being an actor.
You're like, well, at least it got baked, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Anything that was in it. There's a fake eyelash in it.
I mean, my favorite death in the entire movie is still the overdramatic, just javelin scene right in the beginning.
Oh, it's so
that is the best. That is the best one.
Yeah. There must have been so much broken glass in this whole area because every time there's glass in the room, he breaks it. How does he even have glass? Does he go out and get more?
Like, is he just doing it for the dramatic effect? Like, ooh, be scared, that blew up.
Because he shatters every death scene pretty much, except, pretty much every death scene has at least some breaking glass. Even the one with the pizza dough, because he drinks the glass and then he throws it and breaks it.
That is true. He drinks it because she won't drink out of it. You're not going to drink out of this.
Like, fine, whatever.
I mean, why did you want to give her alcohol before you're going to essentially suffocate her with pizza dough anyway?
He's crazy. It's fine.
It's like surface treatment before you apply the plaster.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I
This
would have
was-
drunk it if it was poison, then I wouldn't have to go through getting my face plastered. But
This was a fairly unique role for Chuck Connors because he, up until this, I think was mostly, if I'm not mistaken, a Western film or television show actor.
Mhm.
So he constantly, that's all you'd see of him is he'd be in Western this, Western that, Western this. And then to have him in essentially a cross-dressing mannequin performance where he basically played himself and his own brother.
yeah, I guess he was trying to reinvent himself. That's what the trivia said. He was trying to move into the 80s as a villain.
80s.
Yeah.
And that's actually a really hard role if you break it down because he's playing so many characters in one film. Because it seems like each
That is true.
mask has a different character to it. That's hard.
Yeah, he did a good job with the voice. Narratively, I figured, oh, this is Mr. Slauson, just with masks on.
Right.
But I couldn't tell from the voice directly.
They were definitely doing the Bates Motel thing, except for brother and brother, not son and mother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
And also occasionally wife.
Yeah.
I think like another thing, another reason why he was desperately trying to reinvent himself during the filming of this film, if I remember correctly, trivia, you were reading it too, he was actually heavily under the influence of cocaine the entire film. So he was...
I can see that.
Yeah.
From the eyes.
Yeah.
Give it away.
There are some moments there where I just... he might be emulating the serial killer vibe a little too well here.
Mm-hmm.
It creeped me out.
It's a performance-enhancing drug.
That's his method acting, is just doing that beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
An 8-ball of coke and action, you know.
Right.
Okay, I'm rereading the trivia. I was looking for this little bit. According to the first assistant director, cocaine use was rampant on the set. Actor Chuck Connors was heavily engaged in heavy usage of the substance while appearing in anti-smoking commercials at the time the film was being shot. On one occasion, the assistant director walked on the set and was struck in the head by a bag of cocaine that had fallen out of the pocket of the light rigger. Now,
oh my God.
The reason why that's funny is because, number one, it fell out of the pocket of a light rigger above.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Number two, the bag of cocaine had to have been of a size that you would use the word struck in the head.
Yes. It's like a sandwich baggie.
That's not a small bag of cocaine if you're like, I was bludgeoned by the cocaine.
Oh my God.
That's aggressive.
I mean, it's the
aggressive day on
70s. I
set.
get it. I know.
Right.
They were like, listen, it's going to be a hard day. I brought the whole sandwich baggie.
Yeah.
Could it be up here
Got the
for a
week's supply.
No, it's the flour for the pizza later.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, oh my God.
Oh man, what was in the pizza dough?
Now that would probably stop your heart if somebody covered your face in cocaine paste.
Pizza dough, yeah.
Oh,
It's like,
no.
what in the hell is in that pizza? Yeah. A little bit of Coke, a little bit of flour.
My God, the
Wow.
70s. This
Mhm.
feels like we did a whole series of 1979 horror movies that were based on the Dracula because the rights for Dracula expired in 1979. And so they made like
Eight
eight
Dracula movies.
vampire movies in 1979. And there's one called Nocturna.
It was cocaine fueled.
It was definitely cocaine fueled. So it feels right. This feels
to this
right.
day, I firmly believe that everybody on Garbage Pail Kids was absolutely smacked out on coke, even the children.
Mm-hmm.
I firmly that would have never gotten made without that.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Now I have to
Have
go watch
you
that.
seen Garbage Pail Kids at all? No.
No, I have to go watch it now.
Okay, don't watch it on our recommendation. Watch it because you're curious about how bad it is. That's all.
Yeah. Well, this kind of, I think the reason we keep coming back to it is this kind of felt like the horror version of, I mean, the legitimately trying to be horror version, not the accidentally horror version of Garbage Pail Kids because of all the weird face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I was going back and forth about whether I feel like the mannequin face thing would have worked better if we had just eliminated the telekinesis part, which...
The trivia also said the original script did not have telekinesis.
Yeah, they were
as
just
part of the
they were
plot.
like haunted mannequins, which I'm like, I don't know if the telekinesis kind of ruins it for me because I feel like if he was just this weird reclusive guy who built a whole bunch of animatronic sets,
Mm-hmm.
I would like it better.
Yeah.
I think the telekinesis was almost necessary because I feel that's how he controlled all of the mannequins throughout the house.
Right, but you could just have him be like an animatronic genius. Like he built all of these cool animatronic mannequin creatures. And like that, I think I would like better because we don't know why he has telekinesis. It doesn't really enter into anything except he uses it to scare them, but never to really kill them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we could have eliminated the telekinesis entirely and we could have the same movie. We would
You
just
just go Five Nights at Freddy's. They're animatronics, and then they're haunted by ghosts.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. They never really said why he has it, unless I missed something. So I'm glad that you said that.
Nope.
I would have liked to have known why.
Well,
yeah.
1970s, even with like Firestarter, they were talking about like secret government programs that they were feeding like LSD and stuff to patients trying to create basically people with psychic and or telekinetic powers.
Right.
And so this might have been like a bit of the story they left out. Like we just got some redneck bumpkin and tried to make him give him telekinetic
you
powers
just needed
to see
the
what
one
would happen.
line about the medical study that the CIA did on him.
Well, then you need something. Like you need to give me something to explain that.
Mm-hmm.
I
Otherwise,
feel like it would have been better explained. Forget the telekinetic powers. Just make these mannequins haunted by the ghosts of the people that he's killed.
That would have been sufficient. Like you could have done that. That would have worked out just fine.
Yeah.
But instead,
little sprinkles of no reasoning.
Yeah. It felt like they were like, how's he making the mannequin move? And then they did a line of coke and they're like, fuck it, I don't know, telekinesis. And then they just went with it.
And then they started breaking glass.
Added that part of the script. And then he broke
Cocaine-fueled Chuck Connors is scary enough. We don't need the telekinetic powers.
Right. And then he broke a glass, which, did you see in the trivia, Stephen King said he felt like Chuck Connors was miscast.
Really?
Like he was, and I thought he did a great job. I thought...
Oh, I don't hate this movie at all. No matter, I might pick some things apart, but Chuck Connors was creepy as hell in this.
Yes. The part where he sits down and talks to them while they're all naked in the water was so creepy.
Like unsettling.
Yes.
Yes.
I feel like some of the female cast could have been used a little bit better. I think that they played them off as a little too meek. And I mean, especially with Tanya Roberts and the other girl, first kill, that's fine. Make her a little meek, whatever. But like Tanya Roberts, and was it Jocelyn Jones? Is that what her last name is? That played Molly.
Yeah.
I think that they could have gone a little bit stronger, made them a little bit stronger of a female lead.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a 2026 lens. Like, I think we're looking at him like, I want her to be the final girl.
They had movies back then that the girls still fought back. They didn't just lay down and take it.
Oh, yeah. She literally laid down and took it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The part where he's drowning her and she's like, nah. And I was like, okay, now punch him in the nuts. You're right there. He just pushed you under the water. He's not holding your hands. You can just go get the poo. It's right there. But
that's true.
She took it off.
Because you think about in real life, like if somebody does that to you, you're going to naturally try to fight. And she really did just kind of like limp down in and allow it to happen. Like, okay, this is my destiny.
Yeah.
This is
how
I
you
know,
have
I guess.
fight or flight, and she chose freeze.
Later, she's all like feverish and sweaty. Maybe she got bit by a snake.
I don't know. That was so weird. They were like, she's so scared. She has pneumonia. She was just like, like they're sweaty.
Maybe there was something in the drink that they gave them. Like
no, because he doesn't give her a drink. She doesn't get the drink until the mannequin gives her a drink.
Okay.
which is
Oh.
after she's laying there. She dabs her forehead, and then the mannequin, which I guess was the director's wife.
Look, I don't care if the guys get off like they're wimps. That's laughable sometimes. But like the girls should have at least fought back a little bit. Scratch his face. Who cares?
Yeah. The most unbelievable thing in this entire movie for me was the fact that woman's tube top stayed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's a lot of tape around there.
They had to strap that in a bit. I agree that I was surprised. There was certain takes that I'm like, I'm guessing they probably had to do this take 3 or 4 times because there had to have been some slippage because I was not holding on well.
No.
This is probably why, like, I think I watched this film back when dollar bin VHS was still a thing. So, hey, look, I'm old. I'm not an old man, but I'm old enough to remember going out to Suncoast Video to like just gather up like a ton of like dollar VHS cassettes. So, back when they were slowly going out of business.
Simpler times.
Mm-hmm.
I miss video stores and video rental stores. I miss interacting with human beings.
Me too.
This is almost all of my human interaction right now.
Yeah. I mean, Friday night going out to Blockbuster, getting 2 movies and a pizza, and going back and knowing you had nothing to do that evening but watch the movies and eat the pizza.
And knowing that nobody could get in contact with you by the phone because you didn't have one strapped to your waist. It was strapped to the wall and you turned the damn ringer off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So.
And then it rings anyway. Ha ha ha. Like it does in the movie. Which we never explain.
Who turned that on? All right. So we've gone favorite death scenes. Who do you think the worst actor in this film was?
Oh, no. I mean, I think everybody did a pretty good job.
I'm not asking if everybody did a good job. There has to be a worst by default.
John Van Ness. Jerry.
Okay.
When he's like gnawing on the rope and he's just like...
Yeah,
felt
that's on
like
video,
that
so you
ferret
can't
from
see it, but
Beastmaster.
and he's just like, I know he did somewhat remind me of the ferret. The most acting he does, I think, is when he jumps through the window, and then later when he's like, I'm gonna free you, and then it turns out he's a mannequin.
Or was he thrown telekinetically through the window?
I don't know. Again, I have problems with the telekinesis, so I probably
Jerry
blacked
gets thrown
it out.
around like a rag doll a few times in this movie.
He does, and we don't know how he got captured.
Right. He's the one that we don't see get captured.
Right. And I really question the choice to have a random woman pop up.
Yeah.
Who's not in the cast otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I might have missed that part.
When he brings Becky down into the basement, there's a woman already strapped to the table.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And I was like, who the fuck is that? And then she's like,
she's the one who gets the pizza dough smeared on her face.
I'm random. And they were like, oh, hi, random. She's the one who's like, we're all going to die. That was her.
Why did I think that was... No, Eileen was already dead at this point. That's what I mixed up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I forgot that Eileen had gotten killed upstairs and then they put a mask on her.
Yeah.
For some reason. I did not realize that. Okay, now see, I'm mixing that up. I thought Eileen was strapped to the table because a couple of these girls, it looks like they got killed and then they got brought back. Like, I honestly thought Molly got drowned.
Yeah, she dies like 3 times.
Right after Molly gets drowned, the truck pulls up to the house and people get out of each side. But if Molly was unconscious, how did she get herself out of the truck? So we were trying to figure out who arrived at the house, who got out of the truck, because Molly was unconscious. But it looks like she got out of the truck on her own feet.
That's all that stuff that you're...
Yeah,
that's all
discontinuity.
That's that stuff that you're not supposed to notice, but you do.
Mm-hmm.
It was a 1979 horror film. They're not good at closing loopholes at all.
Well, we watched the uncut version,
That's
which
true.
was
4 minutes
4 minutes longer.
Maybe that was one of the
I
scenes.
was like, okay,
I
sure.
I have the DVD here, and I don't have the
Of
uncut
course you
version
do.
of this film. So where did you
Oh,
guys
no.
find the uncut version?
On Tubi.
Tubi.
There were
Tubi.
two results
Oh, is that
on
what
Tubi.
Is that what I sent to you? The uncut version of this?
No, you sent the hour 26-minute version.
Okay.
But then on the search results, there was one next to it that was an hour and 30 minutes.
I guess the Blu-ray, they couldn't release the uncut version because there was some rights restriction.
Oh.
So they cannot release it for sale, but they
Oh.
can release it essentially for free.
Mm-hmm. Even though it's only
Well,
4
the
minutes
digital
longer.
rights are very different from the physical disc rights.
Let's be brutally honest. You watched it on Tubi. It was 20 minutes long. It was 20 minutes longer because you had
Yes.
commercials to deal with.
Well, I mean,
Well, yeah.
there's that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It increases the authenticity of experiencing it, Chris.
A direct-to-TV movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you feel that there's anything that happened in this film that could have been done better? Any tweaks that they could, outside of removing the telekinetic portion of the film, that little bit of plot? Do you feel there's anything that could have been done better throughout the film?
I wanted the wife mannequin to have more of a anything. Because they
Movement.
turn it on and they make a big deal about how it feels like flesh. And then they're like, well, anyway, that was fun. And
And then it
never come
turns
back to her.
itself on, but she doesn't move.
Mm-hmm.
Buffalo Bill's origin story feels like flesh.
Yeah, they definitely could have done more with that because they put so much center around it and they put so much effort into her and where they kept her that they could have
Mhm.
totally made her more of a focal point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why not add an additional little bit to the story? Actually have a bit of backstory, almost a flashback explaining exactly what happened. He found his brother sleeping with his wife or whatever, and he said, illegally in this state, if you find your brother sleeping with your wife, you can kill her. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Where was that legal?
Right?
Jeez.
I mean, it's the 70s.
I was like, no way that's legal. Actually, in the 70s, there's probably somewhere somebody had a law.
Here's what we could have done. We could have given the guy an actual Jeep instead of having him drive a Volkswagen and calling it a Jeep the entire movie.
Everybody calls it a Jeep, but it has a Volkswagen
I was
logo
like,
on the
oh, it's
front.
a thing. And then they were like, oh, I'm going to ride in the Jeep. And I was like, that's not a Jeep. It's a thing. It's literally called a thing. It's the Volkswagen thing. And then no one appreciated my car knowledge for the rest of the movie.
No.
Because they're so weird looking. Like, once you've seen one, you're like, oh, that's it. Like the Carmen Gia. It looks exactly like that. It doesn't look like anything else.
Mm.
It's fine.
Or the weird.
And I was waiting for the water moccasins in the spring to play a role.
I know we had a lot of like, ooh, this
A
could
lot
be
of
cool.
hooks put in that we never closed on.
That's the 90-minute problem.
Mm-hmm.
I would have removed the opening music because that was a choice. That was a real choice. Just like, what is this upbeat crap? This is a horror film, right?
It kind of reminded me of the Monty Python and the Quest for the Holy Grail opening ones where they're like long and then they keep like, no, we sacked the people who were in charge of the subtitles and now we have somebody else. Because it's like, my cousin was bit by a moose. Have you ever watched that one? I have a cousin in Sweden. He was bit by a moose. That's what it felt like.
Yeah. No. It felt okay. What was the film? Not Night of the Living Dead. Was it Dawn of the Dead or Day of the Dead? That they had this weird music playing in the mall. That it was just this really upbeat music, and you have just these disgusting zombies walking around everywhere, and you're like, that music's like a real choice. And I get why they did it. It's because if you inundate the area with music for the zombies, they can't really hear what you're doing. But this movie, it just took me out of it from the get-go. Like, this is supposed to be a horror film. What is with the upbeat music? It makes no sense. It's like I'm watching a rom-com from the 70s, and they're all getting ready to go on vacation. Something, quirky is going to happen, and no, it's just serial killer Chuck Connors.
Yeah. Maybe it was a bait and switch because we do open with them being like, I'm driving down the road and
just
I'm going on a field
road
trip. Like, that's how they open. Because remember, she's like sitting under the canopy, relaxing, and they pick her up. And they're like, she's like, ugh, our spare tire didn't have air. So the setup is very upbeat. Like, we're going on a plucky road comedy. And then meanwhile, the guy's getting murdered by telekinetic pipe death. However you want to describe that. So it's like, maybe it's the juxtaposition.
The contrast.
At least they didn't do it in the middle of the film, because that would have been weirder.
Yeah, that would have been weird.
That's true.
Plaster your face, and there's like club music going.
Just like quirky, like 70s go-go music playing while she's suffocating. It's
Yeah.
And he's
it would not. I would.
He's gnawing the rope in the back and just. What?
Just that Benny Hill sketch music as he's gnawing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Benny Hill, where he's running away.
Whenever he's like running away and everybody's running after him for some reason, because Benny Hill's the most attractive person on the face of the planet.
Yeah.
So you have women running after him and the guys that want to kick his ass running after him.
Yeah. I want to see somebody take this movie and rescore it like that. See what it looks like.
Right. Just rescore it with just like upbeat, quirky music from like 70s television comedies.
Yeah.
I could see that.
I think
That'd
that
be
has
fun.
potential.
I like that Chuck Connors does try to reinvent himself with this film, but somehow also dresses in all of the cowboy gear that he would during any other thing that he'd be in.
He's the horror version of himself. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I think it's a smart move because I think if you had dropped him directly into villainhood, it may not have been believable. But when you see him, if you were contemporary, you'd be like, oh, it's the Western guy, and he's dressed up like himself. Because when we first see him, he's got the big hat and everything.
It sets you at ease.
So you're like, oh, it's regular Chuck Connors. Okay. And then as the movie goes on, he wears less and less of the getup. Stops carrying the rifle. He stops wearing the hat. I don't know about the limp. I guess they did the limp to be like, I don't know, is Davey also the other guy? But
split personality disorder. Sometimes ailments pop up with that switch in personality.
Yeah, it's not me. That was Patricia.
Yeah, thinking about him having just this really strong history of being like the good cowboy character. As a person at that time, it would have felt like a lot more of a twist to find out, oh, he's the bad guy, rather than, oh, he's a creepy guy watching girls swimming.
Right.
He's the bad guy. It's, oh, this is the good cowboy character. He's just giving them a warning about the snakes.
I feel like I actually had a point that I was going to make, and I'm having one of those bad ADHD kicked my ass. I had it like sitting on the tip of my tongue, and I'm like, I was thinking, actually, here it is. I was thinking that this film probably came about because Chuck Connors is sitting around with a bunch of his buddies at a party one night, and he snorts an 8-ball of cocaine and starts ranting and raving about his brother having, his wife had cheated on him with his brother, and he's like, I could have killed her, and then some guy over here is like, oh, wait, I got a movie. I've got an idea.
How do you feel about being telekinetic? And he was like, hell yeah.
It's like, how would you like to be a telekinetic serial killer who killed his wife and his brother and then goes around just killing a bunch of other innocent people because, you know what, I'm looking for a new wife, and why not?
Yeah, I think it works. There's some objectively horrifying moments, like when he's doing the face cast and we cut to him and you can see the line of casts along the wall behind him. Like all the people that he's done that to before.
Now I've got to look up something. Keep talking. I'm looking up something.
The other thing that I found creepy was the whispering of the mannequins and how they were talking. I don't like any of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where them being haunted would have worked, because you could have had them all come to life. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it was half and half. Maybe there was a bit of a haunting on top of the maybe we're just not really understanding it fully. Maybe there was a haunting of these particular mannequins because he kind of used, from what I'm understanding their bodies in certain aspects.
Mhm.
The only part that I don't fully understand is Jerry being dismembered at the end of the film. That was a little weird, like surreal. Just like, he's Jerry, and then all of a sudden mannequin arm comes off, and then Chuck Connors twists his head off, and I'm just like, did he just spike his head like a football?
Dancing with the mannequin while Molly watches, and the mannequin keeps switching into a real person, and then back to mannequin, and back to real person, back to mannequin. So is he animating them? Is he projecting the image that this mannequin is a real human body into her mind? Is it more psychic projection, or is it like he's actually modifying the mannequin so much that they look like a human?
I think that was just representative of her slowly losing her mind in that particularly horrifying situation. But I also like to believe that she somehow inherited this madness from him and is going to go out into life and start killing people to replace her friends.
Because she does bring her friends with her in the
kind
Jeep.
of. That was a little weird, yeah.
The Jeep.
So I had to look up
cocaine eyes when she's driving away.
I had to look up the timing of the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre because I feel a lot of Chuck Connors' character actually kind of coincides with the look of Leatherface a little bit.
Yeah. He scares the shit out of me. Out of all the horror movies. Yeah, no.
I mean, I wouldn't rate this high amongst a lot of the films that I've seen from back in the 70s. This is a really good film, and I think if Chuck Connors was looking to reinvent himself, back in the 70s, this version of Chuck Connors would have creeped me the hell out. Because I know he was in Gunsmoke and so all sorts of other things, playing like the good guy and everything. And then all of a sudden, he's got this whole thing going on. It's like watching Tommy Lee Jones go from Tommy Lee Jones to fucking Two-Face in and apparently we've got a fire or something going on because all sorts of ambulances and shit are just blazing past me. But like it's like watching Tommy Lee Jones become Two-Face in the Batman movies.
Yeah.
I've never seen that version of Tommy Lee Jones before.
Or anytime Alan Tudyk is an actual villain.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Fucking creepy because it's not, you're like, no, that's not you, baby. Don't do that.
But it also is very much him.
Yes. Yeah, and he does a really good job.
Creepy.
The thing is,
now I'm off in a mental tangent, so go ahead.
Sorry. The thing is, like, if they didn't think that he was a good part for it, you said Stephen King said that? Like, he wasn't a good pick? Who else would you have for that, though? I thought he was...
I guess he was the third choice.
I wonder what the other two were.
Chuck Connors was the third choice?
Mm-hmm. I didn't recognize the other two, so I don't
No.
I don't know who else you'd have. I mean, I think a lot of what makes him creepy is the subverted expectations. So
So now I'm like really deeply curious. Like, who else would have been in this film? I'm not even going to look it up right now because I imagine it's probably in the trivia somewhere, but you'd have to dig for it.
Yeah, I think that could have been another thing that in the time he felt bad just because you would have been more familiar with him. And now we can come to him like completely fresh. Unless you've seen some of his older work, it's not as pervasive in the culture. So you don't have expectations when you go to see him.
Yeah.
And at the time, Stephen King was on just as much coke as Chuck Connors.
I've seen those old pictures of Stephen King. Oh my God. You could tell he was coked out. Just...
That's how he gets his books out.
He may have thought this is just a normal guy.
Right? You got to have those coke-fueled writing sessions. Some of those books, like he should have stopped and thought for a moment. Maybe I shouldn't add this to the book. Hell with it, just.
He said he doesn't remember writing some of his novels.
There's a
that's
reason.
Why. There you go.
Just Chuck
Coke
Connors
is the
remember
great white
filming this
mind
movie.
eraser.
Not now, he didn't.
Not now.
And let's be 100% honest. Stephen King making any kind of critical judgment on somebody else's film, a little iffy.
Yeah.
If he's critiquing your book, that's one thing. If he's critiquing your film, he's got a whole track record of films that were just absolute shit. Absolute shit. There's some good ones. Don't get me wrong, but it's 50-50.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
So-
It's like half and half.
So for every Children of the Corn, you've got Rose Madder. You know. So he's I wouldn't take his critique of the film too well, and honestly, Chuck Connors.
No. It's just because he's a name in the horror space. So people
Yeah.
are like, "Oh no, listen to what Stephen King said about it." It's like,
Yeah.
okay, well that's.
Right.
I've read his books. I'm good. I'll watch it anyway.
Some people
Yeah.
hold his opinion a little too high sometimes. I'm just saying. I really want to go and look up some of Chuck Connors' more horror-based films, because apparently he was in some films that I would even consider a little questionable. Like, there's a movie starring Chuck Connors literally called Skinheads, The Second Coming of Fate, or Hate. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Like I said,
Yeah,
some
just-
things that I would look at and go, that's a little questionable. Interesting.
Just tense silence. I think
Yeah.
just tense silence.
That's all that deserves is tense silence. Just, okay.
Right.
I mean,
Chuck.
sure, Chuck. There's Summer Camp Nightmare from 1987. Horror at 37,000 Feet from 1973. I don't think he was the bad guy in that. Terror Squad from 1987. He has a whole series of horror films that he was involved in. I'm hoping he was the villain in a few.
successfully rebranded himself.
Well, that doesn't mean that he
maybe not as
rebranded
the
himself
bad guy,
permanently.
but doing horror movies.
Chuck. Oh, that's right. He was the guy in Soylent Green.
Oh,
It's people! Everyone, it's people!
that was Chuck Connors.
It's been a long time since I've seen Soylent Green.
Well, Chuck Connors was definitely in it. I'm
He
not
was
sure
in
that
it,
he
but
was the
it's-
guy
okay.
screaming
it's,
that it was people.
Charlton Heston.
Charlton Heston,
Right?
yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought.
I believe so, yes. Charlton Heston was the lead in that.
Yeah, because he had his era of post-apocalyptic Planet of the Apes, Soylent Green. Was it he and Omega Man or Last Man on Earth? And then
Omega Man.
Omega
Yeah.
Man.
Last
One
Man
of
on
the
Earth was
versions.
Vincent Price.
Okay. One of the versions of I Am Legend.
I
Also
only know
written by
that
the guy who did Somewhere in Time.
because
Also
I
written
had
by
to
the guy
sit
who
through
did
the
Dream
Vincent
Dreams
Price
May
movie
Come.
for this podcast. We did the
Ah.
Vincent Price movie for the podcast. That was because
Okay.
we had my buddy Omar on, and every time we let him pick something, he would pick something from like early 70s and before. Generally, he leaned on stuff from like the 1950s. He loved the old black and white horror films.
Oh,
So
that's really archived.
there's some interesting stuff back then that if you're willing to sit through some basically black and white films that are an absolute slog to get through.
Yeah.
There's some interesting stuff back then, like The Monolith Monsters was a very interesting film.
Arsenic and Old Lace.
Okay.
A classic horror film.
Right.
About two old ladies who bury people in their basement. I mean, objectively, it could be horrific.
I mean,
Have you seen anything from the 50s? Like any horror films from the 50s, Samantha?
no. I'm mainly like 70s and 80s, or like early 2000s. I like a lot too.
You skipped
fair.
right over the 90s. You're like 70s, 80s, early 2000s, fuck the 90s.
Forget the 90s.
Late 90s.
Right.
Early 90s were a
I
dark
mean,
time.
honestly, that's kind of where I fall. 70s, 80s, and early 2000s. The 90s were just a mishmash of things trying to find themselves for horror films. Like, you
Yeah.
got really good stuff, and then you just got stuff that was there for the sake of being there.
Yeah, it was
Not
very
good,
mixed.
not bad, just kind of there.
Yeah.
All right. Moving back into this actual film. So we've discussed Best Actress. Did we discuss Best Actress or Actor?
We
I'm
did
gonna say
actor
actress
in
because-
general. We didn't specify
As much as I
gender.
like as much as I like Chuck Connors in this, I wouldn't call him my favorite. I do like the character, what's her name? Jocelyn Jones that played Molly in this.
Molly.
Mhm.
I think she's probably my favorite actress in this. Chuck did fine. I really liked his performance. Creepy as hell. I'd cast him as a serial killer again if he was still alive.
Yep.
But yeah, Joycelyn Jones would be my top in the film.
I think they did fine with what they were given, considering every time they were faced with death, they had to go limp.
This may have been a directorial.
Yeah, they were
right?
like, I don't think you're gonna fight back when you're being drowned. I think you're just gonna let this happen.
Just take it.
I think you're
Just
fine.
literally open your mouth and just look surprised. Oh,
Mhm.
there goes the day.
She's like, well, all right.
If
And then
if I must.
yes, if
If
I
I
must.
must.
And then
Yes.
Eileen's like the first woman who dies.
Mm-hmm.
And literally he pulls a chair over behind her and then scoots her around on the chair and she just sits in the chair like, oh, I'm going for a little ride. Ooh, like
Maybe
on
he
the
was using
little chair.
telekinesis to hold her in the chair.
Oh, yeah, sure. See, this is the telekinesis problem because you can use it for everything.
Yep.
And then he's choking her with the scarf and she's got it a good 6 inches away from her neck and she's going, it's nowhere near her neck. She's clearly clawed it away. And they're like, oh no, she's choking, guys. And it's like, then they zoom in on her hands, which are far away from her neck. And
They did a good job making it look taut without having anything visible attached
No,
to
they
the
didn't.
end.
Her hands were
No, her hands were here, but it was
the
straight
sides,
out.
the
8
sides were
inches.
straight out.
Like, they
it was
probably
Like
had,
it
like,
was
pulled.
being
fish
pulled.
twine.
Yeah, it was probably a fish line or something.
I mean, this,
Special effects wise, they did a good job because you can't see how it's attached.
yeah, I don't know. And
But
then
in the middle, it's
They
not
blurred the focus a
reasonable
little
that
bit, I
that's
think.
choking her.
And then Becky, when she has to die, well, for some reason she escapes and she runs directly to the guy's house, knowing he doesn't have a phone or anything else. She just goes in his house like, I'll be safe in his other house. I don't know what she was hoping for, but then he turns on all the animatronics and they're shooting at her. So she hides behind a pole that's this wide and just stands there and is like, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. As they're shooting at the tiny little pole, which they're hitting instead of her, by the way. And then she starts running and they throw the axe and she just turns her back and hides her head against the wall. She's like, no, hides her head against the wall to try and avoid the second axe. So of course it throws the axe into the back of her head. She stopped moving.
Hit the floor. What, for fuck's sake? What are you doing?
I wanted better death
Bob and
scenes.
weave.
I just wanted them to work for it instead of just being like, no, don't hit me with the axe. No. The toddler, if you can't see me, if I can't see you, you can't see me. She's like, I'm not listening. And then over her face. Oh my God.
The same.
Basically,
Go ahead.
basically work for your death.
Yes.
Right.
Please,
But-
fight
but-
it a little bit.
That's
I
horror,
don't know.
though. Horror can be stupid.
This is why I
The
don't
deaths were
actually
kind of
watch
stupid in this. Some of them were inventive, don't get me wrong, but definitely stupid.
The first death scene was the most believable because he actually fought to stay alive because he
Yeah.
he punched that hole through the wall. I don't know why
He
no
didn't
one
go
ever
through the
jumps through
window.
the window except John. That one guy jumps through the window or
Yeah,
gets
Jerry.
telekinetically pushed through the window.
I think he jumped.
Not for
When
nothing.
does he catch him? When does he catch him?
Right? Because
Because
he goes one way off the porch.
and Becky
and
goes
then
the
Becky
other
goes
way.
the other way.
And as soon
he
as
chases
and then he's
Becky.
like, "Oh, tits went that way," and he runs after Becky instead of running after the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then later he's like, "Ha! I turned him into a mannequin," and you're like, "When? When did you have time?"
When did this even happen? How did this guy get caught twice without ever explaining
Ooh,
how he got caught twice?
maybe Jerry got turned into a mannequin in the basement before he brought Becky down.
God, he's always been a mannequin.
He was a mannequin the whole time.
And somehow everybody's just having a mass hallucination of living Jerry biting through ropes.
Mannequin
Mhm.
teeth chewing on rope.
Mm-hmm. That's why he drove them there in the first place.
My mannequin's got real ferret teeth. Just,
How long has Jerry been a mannequin? His whole life.
oh,
How deep can we go?
I think that's the only real critique that I have of this film. It really, it's not nothing to do with the film. I'm fine with the telekinetic shit. I'm fine with all the other stuff. It's just most of the deaths were just impossibly stupid, and we never explained Jerry.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't even care. They were hoping that you were just zoned out on the girls enough so that we don't even have to explain Jerry's existence in this film. Like, he got caught twice, somehow died, got turned into a mannequin, and nobody even knows what happened to Jerry. So, I was just disappointed. And I like Molly, don't get me wrong. I am disappointed with her just giving up. Like, this isn't a bear. You don't just go limp and play dead.
I thought she was going to be a cool final girl when we first meet Chuck Connor's character, Slauson. And she's the only one talking to him. And she's like engaging with him. And she's like, sure, we'll get in your truck. Like,
and she's the most modest kind of.
I mean, not
character.
really. You know, she might have dressed like Pollyanna at the beginning of the film, but she was very easily convinced to go skinny dipping.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true.
So.
Yeah. She was like first line.
It's okay. Yeah, I mean, Eileen was very much like, nah, let's go. We're all just going to get naked and swim at this watering hole that's literally 10 feet off of the main road. They didn't have to go far for that.
They drive pretty far back because they go past a couple of signs that are like, turn back now. There's like a buzzard on a sign that's like, don't go this way. And they're like, I wonder if he came this way. They stop and look at the sign. Because it has the tire underneath of it. And they're like, oh, that's his tire.
But they're looking at the tire, not the sign that says not open to public.
Of course, by the way, they're going on a road trip down a path that's a little bit off the beaten path. And if you looked at that tire, it was bald on one side. Like completely bald. It's like, oh,
that's why it was the spare.
You deserved what happened to you. Fix your tires before you go on a fucking road trip, please.
Yeah. I also wish I hadn't rewatched Cabin in the Woods like last week. Because this felt
it's
so
almost the
Cabin
same
in
order
the
of
Woods.
deaths from Cabin in the Woods.
I was like, oh, the Jack dies first. Okay. And then like they go through the whole list. I was like, oh, isn't that what do they call her? The harlot in Cabin in the Woods? And then there's the virgin. Have you seen Cabin in the Woods?
Yes.
Samantha?
Yes.
I haven't seen it. Well, I have seen it, but I haven't seen it in a while.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it's been a while.
It's good. And they cover all of this. Well, they have to go to the house. It has to be their choice. And like they go to the gas station and there's the harbinger guy who has to warn them to not do it. Like the sign that's like not open to the public and they go anyway.
Yeah, it's like, fuck it. I'll go. What's the worst that could happen?
Right. What's he going to be? A crazy serial killer who makes people into
That's
mannequins?
What we're going to find out the rest of the movie. What is the worst that could happen?
It's the 70s. Anything could happen. That's when we had most serial killers.
Yeah. That's true.
Oh, that is true. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure we probably have a couple now. We have more ways to find them now, though.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, back then,
in the 70s,
you had a serial killer in the 70s, and they're just like,
they didn't write a
DNA?
confession.
What?
I know. They're like, I didn't catch him murdering someone, so I got nothing. I don't know why I got nothing.
There's like 500 different sets of fingerprints in this room. I don't know what to tell you. That was their main way of catching people back then, is the fingerprints had to be on something. They wore gloves.
They could do hair, but it was like, this is brown hair and this is brown hair. Like that was the hair comparison.
So you had to really try hard back then and catch them in the middle of doing something. Like we have to figure out where he's going to be next. Otherwise, you're just kind of fucked.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we might have talked about Tourist Trap more than we might have physically been able to. No,
I think we did good. It was not a bad movie. I thought it was a good horror movie. I'm always going to pick apart horror because that's what horror is. It's Swiss cheese, but fun Swiss cheese. So,
final thought before we go on. How do you think Molly would be in a sequel to this film?
I'm hoping she's the serial killer next time around.
It's like Friends with the mannequins.
Friends with the mannequins. Oh, you remember that movie Voices with Ryan Reynolds?
No one's seen this movie.
It's the one.
I remember Voices.
No, it's Ryan Reynolds
and Anna Kendrick.
Yeah, and for most of the movie, everything seems normal, and then he goes off of his meds, and you realize like the head in his fridge is a dead person.
Yeah.
And like everything's horrifying. So it's a sitcom. And for the whole first season, it's just her having fun with her friends. And then at the series finale, she goes off of her meds and you realize that they are either the dead bodies or the mannequin versions of her friends and that she's been interacting with them like they're real the entire time.
Yep.
Oh. So you're like making an entire series out of this, like Tourist Trap, the television show?
Oh, lure people through. No advertising about it, none. And then drop it on them at the final episode.
I like that
This
approach,
seems
though.
like a comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you could call it Trapped Tourists, and they're just stranded in an old motel, but Friends style.
And she's been gathering people that stop, like they become recurring characters throughout the whole season. And then at the end, you realize she's murdered them, and they're all mannequins now, too.
It's just an entire hotel full of mannequins. Everybody has their own room. So they're not recurring characters. They're all fucking dead. She's got buried them in the back lot somewhere. It's just a plaster cast mannequin, you know.
But she has no idea how to do it, so they're all terrible mannequins.
Kind of like that one mannequin at the end that somehow looked like a goblin instead of a human.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, what were you doing with that?
It had the, like, really long
I
face.
don't know.
Like the Scream mask.
Was it, which
Like
one of them
botched.
got knocked out? Yeah, it was like botched.
Botched. You got botched plastic surgery, botched mannequins.
Didn't glue it properly and the center all sagged.
We
But, like-
tried for like Botox. It was an allergic reaction. She swelled up, and then it all went back down. And it just looked like her face had melted like wax.
So
Or-
I
Or
went with
she was really allergic to the plaster pizza dough.
gluten allergy.
Yeah. See?
Cocaine and pizza dough will do that to you. I like how he
Oh my
explains
God.
it's going to burn for a few minutes while it's setting. That's not burning. It's just cocaine, like directly on your face. Just wet cocaine.
I mean, it does get hot, but it's fine. You can't. I have a degree in 3D art, so like, don't ask me to explain. The plaster part was like, I got to turn that off, and I just got to be in the moment.
That's why you immediately noticed that was pizza dough. Like, nope.
I was like, it's
no.
not malleable. It's a liquid. And yes, it has a exothermic reaction when it sets. Yes, it would get hot. So I guess we got that going for us. So it's just like...
that close.
Yeah.
Suspend your belief in reality for 2 seconds. All right, starting with Samantha. How would you rate this on an IMDb scale of 1 to 10?
I would give it 7.5 for some wiggle room because it wasn't terrible. It's not too well known, which makes it kind of special. But it's unique and it paced itself well enough where it wasn't slow, but it also wasn't too quick where that's it. You're done with the movie halfway through and now it's just boring. So yeah, 7.5 for me.
That's all fair.
Okay.
It was I think a 90-minute. I like a 90-minute movie.
Yeah.
I'm just going around the corner listening to you guys. 1, 2, 3.
Am I next?
Oh, yeah,
Is that
you're
what
next.
saying?
Yeah, you're next in line. Yes, that's what you are
Who
next
am
in
I next?
line. That's what I was insinuating. Yes.
I think I'm just going to do a solid 5. It wasn't terrible and it wasn't amazing. It was fine. It was serviceable. I would watch it as a check out this shit movie with somebody else, but I don't think I would ever be tempted to sit and watch it alone again. So I'm going to go with 5.
Yeah, I'd go with a 6. Like, it was entertaining. Would I watch it again? Probably not, but horror is not really my genre generally.
I'm gonna go like about mid-range, about like a 6.5. It's not quite in the 7 areas for me. I've seen a lot of movies from like the 70s and 80s, a lot of horror films over the past few years, probably more than's probably mentally acceptable. And yeah, it's not a bad film by any stretch of the imagination. Yes, there's a lot of plot loopholes. Yes, there's a few things that I would have loved to have explained, but it was entertaining all the way through. Even the parts that felt like it was dragging on a little too long, it was a little entertaining. Like, what's going to kill her? What's going to kill him? It's like, oh, he dropped that pipe. I know exactly what's going to kill him. And then they throw the knife at his head. It's like, wait, nope, okay, yeah, no, it's definitely the pipe. I think the reach back and, oh my God, this hurt twice in the film was a little much. You know, her reaching back to touch the hatchet in her head and him reaching back to touch the pipe that's stuck in his back. Just kind of, oh, no. You know, that was a little much. But other than that, yeah, 6.5. Solid. I'm gonna sit here for just a minute. I'm gonna read something to you because I think this is just enough. The first IMDb 1-star review here. I can't believe I wasted 90 minutes of my life watching this movie. I often like cheap slasher flicks, but this is amongst the worst I've ever seen. He hasn't seen a lot of slasher flicks. I'm taking it. Terrible story, terrible dialogue, terrible directing, and unbelievably bad acting. He, again, has not watched a lot of horror films from the 70s and 80s, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of entertaining movies out there that you can watch, including even some bad horror movies. Don't waste your time on this one. That's an unbelievably harsh rating from somebody who's obviously used to watching movies in the theaters in the year 2020 and beyond, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I've seen slasher movies, has seen one other slasher movie.
Right.
I've seen some truly terrible slasher movies, like things that just, you watch it and there's the so bad it's good category. Then there's so bad that you're wondering why you're watching it sober category. And then there's, I put this on, I got 10 minutes in and I realized this is pure garbage. I'm turning it off.
Yeah.
This
I think
doesn't,
that's a fair
DNF.
breakdown.
Yeah.
Breakdown of the.
this it does not fall into the 1-star category even remotely. So
This is why I don't read IMDb reviews.
No.
Every
it's not
single
good.
IMDb reviewer, no, they all think that this is their blog, and they're going to make it big. Every single person who rates something on IMDb, because you have to make an account to rate it, and you can look at IMDb without an account, which means you have to deliberately go and make an account.
Of the four people out of 280 1-star reviews that had the balls to write a review, every single one of them just gave a terrible review of the film. Like this guy, one of these guys even likened this to a ripoff of Halloween, which clearly it is a ripoff, if anything, of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, not Halloween.
Excuse you. It is a ripoff of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, sir. Not Halloween.
I critique your critique.
Where in the fuck do you get Halloween from that?
There's nothing in this that would make me
mask?
believe this was a Halloween ripoff.
A mask.
Yeah,
mask.
Let's just throw a mask.
The
Let's just
killer's
throw
wearing a
masks
mask.
on. Yeah.
Someone
I'm
holds
looking
a hatchet at one point. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is the review for that. A few years after Tourist Trap was released, I finally go to watch it. It was pretty creepy then. I just watched it again recently. So this guy watched this film back in the 80s, I'm guessing. So first of all, in 2002, when this review was released, he had seen this film 20-something years ago and finally decided to rewatch it. For whatever reason. This guy doesn't belong on IMDb at all, I don't think.
Well, that was 24 years ago when he wrote it, Chris.
What was wrong with me back then? This movie was every single other Halloween, does what every single other Halloween ripoff does. Teenagers, innocent-looking locales, impenetrable knights, and innocent old men, Connors. Great babes, Roberts, and lots of blood. But what is different on this variation? And that's all he wrote. He stopped after that.
Probably his internet cut out because it was 2002.
Oh, wait, here's part 2. Killer
Somebody
mannequins.
picked up the phone.
Yep, killer mannequins. If I could
God damn it,
command
Barbara,
a horde
write
of
review.
killer mannequins that scared the beans out of people.
Oh, not the beans. Not like gumdrop beans.
So, this 1-star review, first of all, focused on this being a Halloween ripoff. For whatever reason, I guess. I don't understand. I don't understand it.
That's fandom tourism for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done reading reviews and everything. Honestly, I think we've.
Wait, do a 10-star.
A 10-star review?
Yes.
A 10-star review.
We
Okay,
did a 1. We got to do a 10.
Okay.
I got to know what somebody who loved this movie
loved
feels.
this film? Who thought this was the apex of horror? We'll go with the first one. Are you ready? Here we go. Tourist Trap is a genuinely spooky, low-budget horror film that will surely satisfy horror fans. It contains extremely strange atmosphere, and there are some quite unnerving moments of total dread and fear. Some scenes are downright bizarre. For example, there is one scene where Chuck Connors sits down to have dinner with a mannequin that comes to life and starts conversing with him before its head falls off. There is very little gore, but the violence is quite strong for a PG-rated horror film. The mannequins look very sinister, and the climax is horrifying. David Schmoller returned to make several other genre films, including Crawl Space, Puppet Master, and Netherworld. Still, Tourist Trap is likely his best horror film. So if you want to be scared, give this gem a 9 out of 10. He rated it 10 out of 10. He didn't even rate it. He didn't even rate it properly for his own review.
It's fine. I trust this man.
And I'm
I
going to
think he
rate
knows
that.
what he's talking about.
Is this helpful? I'm giving it a down vote for it not being helpful because it's clearly a 9-star review, not a 10-star.
When was it written?
That was written in 2004.
That man just got a notification that somebody thumbs down his review from 22 years ago.
Pops
He's
up
gonna
on
be
his
like,
phone. Fuck
"What?
my life. What?
Your review is getting hot. My what?
Your review, yeah, right, from 22 years ago.
22 years
Some
ago.
rando just fucking downvoted your review from... Like, who the fuck is this guy? Oh. Mark my words, this is the creepiest, saddest movie ever.
Saddest?
That's what it says. Creepiest, saddest movie ever.
I don't think it was sad.
No.
For what? What?
No.
I'm looking for why they think this is sad. This movie
Because the script
basically...
writer thought women were limp noodles in the face of death. Ugh, I can't. with anything.
This movie is a very basic storyline, but the build-up to every scene is just bizarre and heart-pounding, and the musical score is just perfect. I, first of all, contest that. The opening music, no.
Okay.
This review is not helpful. Another
Downvote.
This one was from at least 2022, okay?
Oh, okay.
I
That's
can be
got
the
less
first
comedy to
downvote
it.
on this one.
Okay.
This movie is the only movie where you will actually feel sad for the villain in the end. It's honestly sadder than Titanic.
What? You're not supposed to listen, friend from 2022. You're not supposed to sympathize with Chuck Connors at the end of this. And if you did, I need you to go to therapy because that man just murdered 6 people.
After murdering his wife and brother.
Murdered his wife.
And turned his wife into a mannequin
Mm-hmm.
with her skin or something.
And put that skin on Molly's face to kiss her at one point at the very end of the film.
And he was like, oh, he misses his wife.
He is sad.
God.
Yes. I don't feel sad for him.
Okay. All right.
Okay, I want to downvote. I'm not going to downvote it. I'm close to downvoting it specifically because of the reference to it being sadder than Titanic. That's what it says.
What?
It is honestly sadder than Titanic. So Jack and Rose is apparently sadder or less sad than the story of Chuck Connors, the sad redneck serial killer who has mannequins that he controls by telekinesis.
This guy saw Molly driving down the road with all of her mannequin friends in the car and was like, how come she didn't bring Chuck Connors' body? There was room in the car for Chuck.
Yeah.
Like the age-old, there was room for Jack on the door.
Some psychotherapist
There's room in the trunk.
is going to be buying a mansion off the therapy that girl's going to need.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, this is the part of the film where I sadly say we have gone through probably as much as Tourist Trap deserved this evening. Praise to the long long since passed Chuck Connors, and I am sorry for not even fucking recognizing you with the black hair, Tanya Roberts.
Yeah,
I had no
that threw
idea. I
me.
recognized her. I didn't realize that she was the wife of Bob from that 70s show.
Yeah.
And we were going through everything, and I'm like, okay, so she was in Beastmaster, that 70s show. She was apparently one of the Charlie's Angels, which I just forgot. Because let's be honest, they remember
on
like
you, Chris.
2 of them, huh? Shame on me.
Shame on you.
Shame on me. I think she was even
didn't know.
I think she was even like the sequel to Charlie's Angels, when they had like the angels kind of pop up.
If you say so.
The original. Never mind.
Were there vampires in
I'll
it,
take
Chris?
your word for it.
Then I
Hey.
probably didn't watch it.
I'd pay to see Charlie's Angels versus vampires.
I mean, I would also pay to watch that.
Because there's vampires in it.
So we're going to go ahead and get ready to go. Samantha, we'll start with you. Why don't you go ahead and tell our listeners where they can find you and the things that you do?
You can find me on Instagram at Samantha Shea, and I'm gonna have some projects coming out, so that should be interesting.
Stay tuned. Check out her Instagram. And Rachel and Matt, you tell people all the time, so go ahead and just
Yeah.
rehash.
Well, we've been on hiatus because
Life.
we needed a break. And now we're getting ready to come back. So we're actually going to finish the Dune series pretty soon. We were supposed to finish it in May. And it turns out they are really hard to read. So we're about to finish it. And then we are going to restart both Babylon 5 and I think Lex. So then we will be doing 2 alternating TV show podcasts.
But I think that you were already in the middle of Lex.
We were doing Lex. We paused Lex to do Babylon 5 for a little bit because it was having a hard time with the sex comedy for some reason.
Lex can be a rough watch if you're watching it all back to back to back to back.
It was just...
It was also the social political climate at the
there
time.
just was things happening in the world that made me not want to watch a really misogynist sexual show. And so I was like, I think I'll
Fair.
skip to Babylon 5 for a little bit. And I think we're ready. We're in a place to go back and try Lex again. So we're going to do Lex and I think Babylon 5, but alternate weeks. And we're hoping to restart that within the next couple of weeks. So.
Okay.
And you can find all our podcasts at strangeandbeautiful.network and wherever you listen to podcasts.
I mean, you're on YouTube, and I think that's where I've been watching your stuff or listening to your stuff. There's no
listening
watch.
because we don't. You do the videos,
I do
which
the
I
videos.
always share the videos, and I'm like, oh, people now know what I look like. 'Cause otherwise, I don't do the videos.
And you can find our podcast on YouTube, Spotify, and pretty much wherever podcasts are found. We're also out there in the Twitterverse, the Instagram, all that other BS. I say Twitterverse because I'm not saying X. I just said
I'm
it.
not.
Oh, fuck it.
You just
Anyway.
did.
Yep. Fuck it. I broke my own rule.
Shame on you.
I said the unsayable.
Sean.
And on behalf of myself and the rest of the cast, thank you for listening today. And don't forget, if you run across him, sad old Chuck Connors, having been reanimated from the dead, don't forget to hug your local villain. They're just sad boys. Sad
He was
boys.
So
just
sad.
lonely.
He was lonely. He needed a hug.
Mhm.
That's what he said. It was sadder than Titanic. He just needed a fucking
Mhm.
hug.
The
Mhm.
first victim of the male loneliness epidemic.
Is the man.
I mean, if Jerry had just given him a hug, this wouldn't have happened. This wouldn't have happened.
Mhm.
Big ol' hug.